Hey everyone, Digital David here, back at it again with another Player 10 card game. This time we got the voting game. They did send me this game to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in the voting game or any of the expansion packs, the links to them will be in my video description below. Be sure if you bundle them all together, you'll save at least 15 bucks instead of buying them separately. So here's how it comes packaged to you straight from Amazon in a really nice retail box. And this did come with the expansion, so we received all of these together in the nice kit. So the first expansion we have is the voting game Fill in the Blank. The second one we have is the voting game NSFW, Not Safe for Work. And the third one we have is the voting game Create Your Own. So they all have really nice packaging and designs. The voting game, if you're wondering, is an adult party game that uncovers the hilarious truth behind your friendships. Each round you vote anonymously for the player that is described by the question. Tally the votes and laugh as the personalities of your friends are revealed. The tagline, who will you vote for? Let's go ahead now and open them up. Here are all the package contents for the voting game. First up, we have an advertisement promoting the expansion packs, which we'll unbox in a minute. We have a card showing us that they have an iOS and Android app for additional questions and features. We have a really simple and easy to read and understand instruction manual showing us that we have 10 player ID cards right here. So this is a 10 player game. So those are really nice, really cool cards. We have 90 voting cards right here with the numbers on the back, and then we have 160 question cards for you guys to play with. This game is between 5 and 10 players, ages 17 and up. So really quick, let's go over the game rules and look at some cards before we go on to the expansion pack unboxing. So setup is really simple for this game. Everybody is dealt a player ID card, and then you are all dealt voting cards except for the number that you have been assigned, because you obviously can't vote for yourself in this game. Then you take turns reading the question cards. So the first person to read a question card is the player who most recently called their mother goes first. That person will then read the card out loud. Who clogs the toilet at their friend's house and says nothing? Then every player uses their voting cards to vote for the player who is the answer to this question. You vote anonymously by placing the voting cards face down in a pile. So if you thought it was me, you would find a 10 in here and put it face down in the pile. Then we do a reveal. The player who read the question collects all the voting cards and reveals them to the group one at a time. After the reveal, players receiving votes guess who voted for them. Players get one guess for every vote they received. Whoever is to the left of the question reader guesses first. The player that receives the most votes wins the round and keeps the question card. In the event of a tie, the player who read the question decides the winner. Then you just repeat this. The player to the left of the reader draws a question card and asks the next question, and you repeat this on and on and on until somebody wins with 6 points, and they get that by getting 6 question cards. This instruction also has some fun house rules as well that you may want to consider playing this with. They do have a warning too at the bottom that was cracking me up. It says, this game is not intended for accountants and any others without a personality. So if you're an accountant out there and you're watching this video, I'm so sorry for laughing at that, but it was cracking me up. Now let's go ahead, that we understand how to play. Let's look at the expansion packs. The first expansion pack we're going to look at is the Fill in the Blank expansion pack. We get 100 extra question cards right here. And the quick overview is the Fill in the Blank expansion will bring out the creative side of each of your friends. Whenever a Fill in the Blank card is drawn, the questioning player gets to complete the question with whatever word or phrase that they want. It even has some house rules for you as well. And then they have the other expansions on the back. So let's look at a couple of the cards. Whose most recent blank has blank? Who is the stereotypical blank? Who has never said no to blank? Who has a love-hate relationship with blank? So you can get creative and make these question cards whatever you want. Let's go ahead now and look at another expansion pack. The next expansion pack that we have is the Create Your Own expansion. Again, we have 100 new question cards and they're all blank because in this expansion pack, you can write your own. So here's the quick overview. Before the game begins, pass out a few Create Your Own question cards to each player. Write questions anonymously and shuffle them into the deck. Questions that call out the other players should be encouraged. They also have a couple house rules for you and they advertise the other expansions on the back. So it's up to you with what you want these to be, and be sure to call out some of the other players. So the last expansion pack we have is the NSFW version. The quick overview is the NSFW questions are played in the same way as the voting game questions. However, that's where the similarities end. These questions are dirty, gross, and sometimes a little bit mean. For the best results, mix in the NSFW questions with the original. Play at your own risk. So you get the idea. Here's a card right here that says, who would fail a drug test right now? The next one we have is, who would sign up to kill someone they don't know for $1 million? The questions go on, and they are definitely NSFW, so I'm going to leave it at those two, and you can use your imagination to fill in what the rest of these 100 expansion cards would be. So obviously the voting game is going to be a great game to play with friends that are 17 and up, between 5 and 10 players. Wanted to sample a couple more cards for you guys from the main deck just so you can get a really good feel for it. Who has thrown a birthday party for their pet? Who will get into a fight with an elderly person and lose? Who makes a point to always take the stairs? Who should give up the wheel when they need to parallel park? Who always sees the glass half full? You're going to have a lot of fun voting on your friends in this game. That being said, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we're going to release a follow-up video playing this with our friends, and you're not going to want to miss it. Hit that like button. Also, feel free to leave us any questions, comments, or concerns in our comment section below. And if you're interested in this product or the expansions, the links to them will be in my video description below. Thank you guys so much for being here, watching this video. New content coming out daily. You don't want to miss the follow-up video for the voting game, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Thanks.